Yeah, yeah, Liberty. It is a nice area. It's really pretty right now with all the maples. It's just really red in there.
Oh, is that right?
There's tons of maples in
I was
there.
just saying a couple days ago, it looked like the much was changing within the last 72 hours.
It just happened fast. Boy, the maples are pretty now.
So when are we before this? Over on the west side.
Oh, you're in a train.
The wind took it. Oh, see, he's just a medium.
All right, the next giant pumpkin, and boy, this is another one. This one looks like another big bean bag. Jess, is it Rhea? Jess, come on up from Richmond, Minnesota. All right, Jess, is this your first year growing? Nope. How long have you been growing? Okay, 12 years off and on. What is your biggest? What's the biggest one you've grown?
1,400.
14. Well, I think we're gonna maybe beat that today. This is like kind of a neat shape. Looks like a starting of a bean bag. What genetics are this like?
It's 2560.
Okay, so this is the Maverick seed, right? The 2560. So a couple years ago, before Travis got his world record, he got the North American record with a 2,560 pound pumpkin. This is a seed from that pumpkin. And it kind of looks like it. His was kind of that whitish color, right? He had a big old gouge in it. Yeah, from a bucket. All right, so we need 1,400 for a new personal best. You just throw one pumpkin in there. Just one, that's the way to do it. Focus on one. And we would really like to see our first 2,000 pound pumpkin of the year, right? Who wants to see the first 1 ton pumpkin? What's this one taping, do you know? 1880. So we have another one, 1880 is what it should weigh. But if it has that thicker rind, it could go heavier, which is what we want. So we want to see something thick. Last year, I believe Bev, I think it was here, weighed a 2560 to 1860. Incredible. Hopefully, a little of that could be replicated today.
Sure.
All right, so 1,400. Jess's personal best is around that 1,400 mark. I think that's going to easily be beat. But let's see that first 2,000 pound pumpkin of the day. Let's do a countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do we got, Jess? 1923. Another 1,900 pounder. You did eke up into second place as Amy had a 1921. 1923 for Jess. Very, very incredible pumpkin. Congratulations. Jess with a 1923, upping his personal best from 1,400 pounds. That's a beautiful increase.
Take this down by mom.
1923.
That's what I was wondering.
Hey, all right. Are you good over there? I use regular car seats. We're junking out a mini caravan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it had the right one. And the lights are so like that up there. So I made my own. It's on the side. And then she moved it around.
All
Then you
right.
get a rope and, well, you see what's going
I think
on.
we're down to our final three, I believe, right?
Final
Final
three.
three largest pumpkins. We're still trying to get over that 2,000 pound, and I think all three of these next ones have that ability.
Whatever. No, there was 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. 2 in the front and 2 in the back seat. But we stood here for 20 minutes.
All right, if you guys are still looking for the giant seeds, the biggest seeds you can possibly find on this planet, we still have a few left for sale down at the seed table. Get in on it for next year so you can have your pumpkin right over here. All right, and this next pumpkin was grown by Charlie, who's in the telehandler over there. Wave, Charlie. I don't know if he's going to get out or stay in there. I guess we'll see. Maybe he wants to make sure his own pumpkin gets onto the scale correctly. No dropping. All right, remember Charlie was the one last year, Charlie Burnstrom. He was the one that weighed the 2,501 pound pumpkin right here, which was an incredible pumpkin. In fact, it was the largest official pumpkin by OTT ever weighed in history. I believe it came in at 582 inches. That's putting the 3 floors together. The circumference, the side to side, and the stem to flower end. Just incredible. Was that pretty neat last year? These are Charlie's daughter. What did you like most about that big pumpkin last year? Did you guys like sitting on it? Yeah, I always see you guys sitting on it all the time.
You guys bring the pumpkin.
All right. Well, these guys, this is a family affair. These girls are out there all the time. I don't know if they're helping or if they're just taking pictures, but it's probably a little bit of both. They're always around those pumpkins. They grow up with them. And remember, Charlie has a 2501. There's only 2 people in the state of Minnesota that have ever done that. The record holder, Travis, and Charlie. And you guys usually do some sort of a pumpkin drop up there for a charity, correct? What's that about?
It's the Kids and Community Literacy Council, and
are partnered with the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, and so the money we raise goes towards books for birth to 5-year-olds and 50 every month they go through.
Oh, that's incredible. So they'll take 1 or 2 of their giant pumpkins, or all of them. Every pumpkin they grow, and they drop them from a crane, much like you guys are going to see at 5 o'clock here, right over at that crane. We're going to drop a 1,700-pound pumpkin from 100 feet up. They do that up, and I should mention, these guys are from Lancaster, Minnesota. That is 10 miles south of the Canadian border. You can see Canadians from their house. But so they're way up north, but they do that. They do this dropping of all your pumpkins to help the local schools. It sounds like the local kids get in the whole county. So really, really good. That's awesome, amazing. All right, maybe we'll get this over here, and then we'll get Charlie out of that once it's on there. So make sure that's covered up, and then we'll have him come out.
Did you see the tomatoes?
No, I can. What's good, Mike?
All right, our final 3 biggest pumpkins, and this one is grown by Charlie Bergstrom from Lancaster, Minnesota. Might as well just say Canada. Yeah. And a big hand for him. He's delicately handling all these giant, precious pumpkins today. He's doing an amazing job. We're giving you a hand, Charlie, for all your hard work and hopefully a monster pumpkin. So Charlie obviously has his jacket. He is going for one of his patches today. The patch is a 6,000 patch, which means he has brought 3 pumpkins to 3 different weigh-offs, and cumulatively they will come in at 6,000 pounds or greater. Now to get that patch today, he needs 19. So what do you need to get your patch? About 1925, we call it that. So if this pumpkin can weigh 1925 or greater, he will get his 6,000 patch, which would be pretty amazing, to be honest with you. 3 pumpkins equaling 6,000 pounds. All right, when you guys are ready, we'll do a countdown. You ready? All right, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you got, Charlie? 2,070.5 pounds. The first 2,000-pound pumpkin of the day. He did get his 6,000-pound patch, which is awesome. Congratulations, Charlie. Incredible pumpkin. Right there, folks, that's a 1-ton pumpkin. 1-ton pumpkin, over 2,000 pounds.
Should I hold you again like I did last year? Or you want Daddy?
Give us the roar. Get the other ones up there. Hold your sister. Hold your sister. There you go. That's
Yeah.
Congratulations.
2,000, 70.5, our first one over 2,000. And I actually want to do something with that. Since we hit 2,000, I want to show you how we have a lot of really good growers in this area. All growers, if you can hear me, if you have hit 2,000 pounds or more, whether it be damaged or official, come on up here. I just want to show, I want everybody to stand up here that has grown a pumpkin to 2,000 or more, and then I'm going to go up, and we're gonna see who's growing them upwards. We're going to move right up to 2,500. I think that might be our top here. But come on up. If you've grown a 2,000 pound pumpkin, I just want to show you guys how many growers, and all of them are here to help you guys grow your big ones too. So look at this. Each one of these guys, and Pete, come up here. I know you've grown 2,000 pounds. Each one of these growers have grown a pumpkin to 2,000 pounds or more. Now let's do this. If you've grown to 21 or more, stay up here. The rest move aside. Just off. All right. If you've grown to, okay, so we have a nice little group here, still over the 21. Let's go to 2,200 or more. Let's go to 23. Anybody 23 or lower? Go out. You have a 25. Unofficial. All right. You got so few left here. Let's just go through. We have, what's your biggest? 2419, 2501, 2420, 2551, beating the old state record holder with the new state record holder, and then the Iowa record holder at 2424. So these growers have grown some incredibly big pumpkins. Anybody that can hit 2,000 pounds or greater, just in my book, an absolutely incredible grower. And every one of these guys are so good at sharing their secrets, their advice. I mean, all of them I've talked to, and all these guys have talked to, and they're so willing to help out. And that's what this giant pumpkin community is about, is helping each one of you do it. I mean, Brian, he's a fifth-year grower, fifth-year grower, 2,420 pounds. That's incredible. And you got some old timers. Pete's been doing it since he was knee-high to a grasshopper. that you do. Caleb, you've grown for what? 19th year. So you got some new, you got some old, but just some really good growers. I wanted to highlight the incredible talent we have right here in the Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa area. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. All right, we're down to our final two pumpkins, the two biggest. We've hit that 2,000 mark, so let's go beyond, and we could go well beyond.